I'm for a love potion, a little sweet and spice. Throw it all in a cauldron, mix it up real nice. Fire in my eyes, stir counterclockwise. I dream of you all night.
Hey, what's up guys? Action here. Welcome to another video. Today I have the AORUS 15G gaming laptop. I'll give you guys my thoughts as well as talk about its features and show some performance and gaming benchmarks. Based on the specs, AORUS is positioning this towards gamers and pro users who want a high-performing machine while maintaining a great sort of mobility, thanks to it being thin and lightweight and having a longer battery life than most gaming laptops, as per AORUS claims. Our review unit, the XC variant, is equipped with a 10th Gen Intel Core i7 10A70H 8-core CPU, along with NVIDIA's RTX 3070 graphics and 16GB of DDR4 RAM. But here's the possible configurations available. Design-wise, the AORUS 15G is obviously sleek looking, although not glossy in terms of finish. It has a matte black finish all over it, which I like considering it's not a fingerprint magnet. The AORUS logo on the front illuminates, and the keyboard is just all over the laptop, being a full size with a well-functioning numpad. Although the arrow keys sometimes gives me trouble while using, as I tend to press keys near it on some occasions. Although it is thin at 2.3 cm and lightweight at 2 kg. Quality-wise, it doesn't seem brittle at all while being plastic. The hinge is constructed well and it doesn't wobble easily. Same case with the screen and body, having not much of a flex, which is always a plus. The display is 240Hz, 15.6-inch Full HD IPS LCD display with anti-glare, which as expected looks battery smooth while gaming and using it, helping to eliminate tearing and blur issues on games, giving you perhaps more competitive advantage. Colors are vivid and the display is bright as well at 300 nits. It also has some ultra-thin bezels at 3mm, sporting 89% screen-to-body ratio, and is also X-Rite Pantone color calibrated, meaning that each panel was individually calibrated at the factory. It also features 72% NTSC color gamut coverage and 4 ms of response time. Below the display is the subtle AORUS logo as well as the webcam with a brilliant privacy cover for those who are concerned with their privacy when the camera is turned off. Speaking of the webcam, the quality is enough for use in Zoom calls, being HD and as expected in being small in size. The position might be awkward as it is pointing upwards towards your face, but for me, I think that's fine considering that you had a ultra-thin bezel on top. Besides are some vents which are patterned, which helps dissipate some of the heat from the system. The keyboard, while it's nice because being full size, it feels a bit crowded as the keys were being cramped to the end. It is RGB backlit with per key illumination which can be customized through the RGB Fusion 2.0 software. Keyboard travel is nice at 2.0mm thanks to its island-style scissor switches. And the font prints somehow look like a condensed font, not really gamery but it's fine. Trackpad on the other hand, it's quite small compared to some other laptops, but it does the job. There's smooth tracking and accurate gestures. Connectivity-wise, the AORUS 15G comes with many ports, surprisingly despite being thin. There's an HDMI 2.1 and a mini DisplayPort 1.4 port, as well as USB 3.2 Gen 1 Type-A port, a 3.5mm combo audio jack, and a 2.5GB Ethernet port on one side, and then two USB 3.2 Gen 1 Type-A and one Type-C, one SD card reader, and of course the charging port on the other side. And finally, on the bottom part, we have here many vents for cooling fans as well on the sides, inside of which there's what AORUS calls the WindForce Infinity cooling system. In my opinion, the cooling system is actually good, running not really loud compared to other laptops, while managing sustainable performance throughout the tests. It features two huge fans, two dedicated heat pipes for the GPU and one for the CPU, as well as two other heat pipes to balance the heat and dissipate it away outside of the chassis. Some of the components are also removable, like the RAM and the SSD, in case you need to replace it. There's another M.2 slot in case you want to add storage. This video is sponsored by scdkey.com. scdkey.com is a marketplace website where you can purchase game keys and software keys with no hassle. scdkey.com offers a legit Windows 10 Pro key for only $17. This is the same keys I use on my PC builds. But to make it more awesome, they will be giving another 12% discount. Just type our coupon code XTNC to get it for only $15. You now have your legit Windows 10 key license all set, but in a more affordable price. If you're in the Philippines, purchasing is very easy. You can use PayPal, Paymaya, or GCash. Visit scdkey.com now. I'll put the link in the video description below. So thank you scdkey.com for sponsoring this video. AORUS is banking towards their inclusion of Microsoft's Azure AI in the AORUS 15G, encouraging users to use it for optimized performance. What it does is it optimizes CPU and GPU loading for all apps through Microsoft's Azure AI Cloud platform. It utilizes deep learning algorithms to dynamically distribute processing power and switch to a desirable power mode for different applications, effectively reducing unnecessary heat and noise generation during computing. It is also automatically done, so it eliminates the need for manual intervention at most. With that said, we'll test it with some games and benchmark to see if there's any difference. As we can see in some games, there's a bit of difference when the Azure AI is enabled and if disabled. Cinebench, on the other hand, got some respectable scores. And while we are a little bit behind towards what AORUS give us as a reference, we thought it was because our unit seemingly throttled a little and maintained a lower clock speed throughout the test runs instead. Battery-wise, the AORUS 15G is sporting a whopping 99 Wh battery, which AORUS claims to have at least over 8 hours of battery life. Although your mileage may vary depending on how you'll use it, especially if you're gaming or doing some resource-intensive work on it, considering that most other gaming laptops have bad battery life. This is actually nice in my opinion. The AORUS 15G also supports Intel Wi-Fi 6 technology, which promises 3 times better performance than the old standard, Bluetooth 5.0, as well as the Nahimic 3 3D surround sound software, which gives gamers better surround sound experience. Operating system installed is of course either Windows 10 Pro or Home Edition. There's less bloatware included than most other laptops, which is always a good thing, as we only found a few AORUS related software, which all gives the options to tweak, such as the AORUS Control Center and the RGB Fusion 2.0 inside, which also houses all the other bloat. In my opinion, the AORUS 15G XC is a fantastic gaming laptop considering its features. The display is good, with sharp details, high refresh rate panel, and color accurate screen. The high-performing hardware included inside, as well as the inclusion of many ports and an almost no compromise sleek design, while being thin and lightweight, makes it appealing to many, especially gamers and content creators at the same time, who want to work and game at the same time. And having the Microsoft Azure AI features with it is also a plus, as it helps optimizing user experience and performance at the same time, without you even knowing. Some of my caveats here are not deal breakers, such as the cramped keyboard with the arrow keys and the other keys being too close to each other. The webcam placement might be a hint or miss for some. I also wish that they include a mini DP to a full-size DisplayPort adapter on the box at least, as well as Thunderbolt port. So there you go. So this is my review of the AORUS 15G XC gaming laptop. So check the video description for pricing and availability. So there you have it. Thank you guys for tuning in. This has been Xtian. So like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you on my next video.
Little sweet inside.